Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Today is the final day for my haul that I did this last wave here. Gonna mention too that I got a contest that's going to be taking place after I do this video. Maybe I'll do a quick contest rundown tomorrow morning, depending, or I'll just say it in this video. First place prize gets 3 DVDs. Second place prize gets 2 DVDs. And I'm doing a contest. You picked a number between 1 and 70. And if you can't go over the number. But if you do, you're disqualified or eliminated, or however you want to say it. I don't like to say disqualified because it sounds like, you know, somebody broke a rule or something. But if you go over, you're gone for competing for the prizes, and whoever's the closest to will get the 3 DVDs, and the second closest will get the 2. I thought that would be a little bit more fair. At least it gives, you know, two chances at a prize. But sorry about that. I have been having problems with my throat. Got acid reflux and fun business. But I'm gonna get started on the DVDs here, because, well, there's 3 Blu-rays, so, but this is a little over my usual amount that I show in a video. But let's get started. First off the bat here, Mackenzie Ziegler and Ice Princess Lily, A Story of Fire and Ice. Widescreen presentation, 90 minutes, PG. It's a kids Viva as well. I think I've showed this before. There's the back. Yeah, I'm not going to read it. Pretty much self-explanatory. It's basically like a cheap knockoff of Frozen and Frozen 2. And pretty good animation for what it was. Viva Kids do a really good job on a cheap budget. I mean, some of it is a little less desirable than, say, you know, some of the animation, but it's my concern more about these Viva Kids isn't the animation. It's more like the voiceover selection. Sometimes they're not the greatest in that department, but, you know, that's to be expected, because you can't always have top tier actors for voiceovers sometimes. And next up, got another Viking movie here, Viking Quest, starring Harry Lister Smith, Jenny Boyd, and Ben Cross. Burn, Pillage, and Rise. This is not rated according to the back. 95 minutes. Fantasy film here. It's from E1 Entertainment. A young peasant boy named Collie is taken from his family, or Coley, is taken from his family by Viking raiders and raised as one of their own. For the next 20 years, he is trained to fight alongside them as part of their warrior clan. While Collie's clan is attacked by a vicious dragon, previously thought to only exist in legends, he discovers that he is bound to an ancient prophecy that's destined to stop the impending dragon apocalypse and become the true Viking hero. So, there's that one. There's the back. If I didn't say it's 95 minutes, and that is from UFO International Productions in 2015 on that one. Next up, BBC Silent War Battles Beneath the Sea. This looks like it could be a kind of, well, not really long. I thought it might be clocking in at 3 or 4 hours, but 104 minutes on this one, just shy of 2 hours. Says it's narrated by Hayden Gwynn and directed by David Belton and Graham Cooper. From 2016. It does have a 2013 British Broadcasting Corporation package design, so I don't know if this was on. Yeah, and then it does say 1996, all rights reserved. So this could have been out in 1996. Chilling story of the secret military standoffs that took the world to the brink of war, but were hidden beneath the waves. So, yeah, so there's a lot of battles on the sea, I guess. That's from the BBC. Looks quite interesting. Kind of almost looks like something like, kind of like if you took The Hunt for Red October and turned it into kind of like a narrated version of it. And then next up, I got Caroline and the Magic Potion. Dream Take Flight. This is definitely a ripoff of Coraline. I mean, the animation isn't quite on that level, but it is very apparent that it is copying. Viva Kid, well, it isn't a kids, but it should be probably, maybe because of the dark elements in it. Viva Pictures for Caroline. What was that? Sorry about that, guys. Living with her grandmother and her mischievous cat. Moose, life can be quite boring. She dreams of a life filled with excitement and adventure, a life where nobody tells her what to do. Then one day, while digging through her grandmother's healing remedies, Caroline finds a magic potion. Spraying it on an umbrella, she discovers that the potion can take her fly. Suddenly, her life doesn't seem so boring, but when her grandmother is kidnapped by an evil corporation trying to steal her potions, Caroline and her friends find themselves on a magical adventure to save her and discover the true magic within. That's Caroline. 78 minutes on this one. 2014. Pretty happy with that, though. Two Tails is the next title coming up here. I think I've showed this before, so I'm pretty sure. Man, what is it with all these pop-ups today? I think I've showed this before. This is a Kids Viva here. 75 minutes. 2018. Like I said, that's Two Tails. I think I got over 20 titles in this video, by the way, guys. So this will wrap up my haul. Not with that video or with that DVD, but this particular part of the volume is the last until I show trades in the next upcoming video. And next DVD selection here is from the BBC. Real Animals of Peter Rabbit. Meet the real life versions that beloved storybook characters. It's 4x3, 105 minutes, 2017. Starting to think I have ghosts in my house right now. Sorry about that. It's like everything's going off at the same time. I had my phone charging, and that's telling me either it's done or it's not plugged in all the way, and then I'm having pop-ups from the computer pop up. I apologize. It's narrated by David Attenborough. Includes 4 programs: Run Rabbit Run, The Case of the Vanishing Squirrel, The Great Hedgehog Mystery, and The Mouse's Tale. It has a whole slew of package designs from 81 right straight on to 87, with a few years missing in between, but pretty interesting title here. I have no idea what it is. I guess it's just narration about rabbits, I guess. And other animals, I guess, too. I don't know. Kind of deceiving with the cover. They kind of make it look like it's strictly about the rabbit. But I guess it does have a squirrel and a hedgehog. But next up, I'm pretty happy to have this. Never heard of this hero. It's a DC animated movie. Freedom Fighters, The Ray. DC has some really unique characters. Stuff I haven't even heard of before. Might be because I always followed Marvel. back in the day, but 73 minutes on this one. But I will say DC does a really good job with their animated department, like really top notch. They do a really good job with these animated features. This has a special feature with Russell Tovey, the voice of the Ray. Like I said, 73 minutes, and it says it's from 2018, so can't go wrong with the Ray. Has quite a bit of long reading, so I'll skip it, but pretty much if it's, you know, the guy on the cover, the hero on the cover, that's what, you know, what it's going to be about. And I don't know enough about the Ray, and, you know, I don't really think it's necessary to read. I think he's like probably one of the lower important heroes in the DC universe. But next up, Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, 22 Jump Street. They're not 21 anymore. Yeah, 22 Jump Street. Special features, 5 deleted extended scenes, a perfect couple of directors. Lionel Rama. Commentary with the directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. It's rated R. 112 minutes on this one. And it says, get the Blu-ray for 22 deleted scenes and more. So if you can get the Blu-ray, you're getting 22 deleted scenes on that. Nothing like telling you should buy the Blu-ray. But I'm sure there's something on here maybe didn't make Blu-ray, you know, extras as well. Because that does happen from time to time. I like these movies quite a bit. I'm surprised they never made a third one just to round it out as a trilogy. Maybe they are, for all I know. It's 2 by 40 by 1, 5.1 Dolby Digital. There's no sense of really reading what this is about either. Because, I mean, you know what you're getting yourself in for if you saw 21 Jump Street. It's going to be more of the same. I can't remember if I liked the first or second, because they were very similar in tone. That doesn't happen very often. Usually one's a clunker, one's pretty good, or first one's not as good and the second one's better. A lot of times that happens with me. Like, there's times that, like, sequels that are made, the second one I feel like I enjoyed better than the original. But I don't know, that's just me. And then next up, I'm very happy to get this. I was surprised this was available when I got it. It says it's the Comedy Party 4 movie collection. Oh, there's no preparing for this. Sausage Party. More Seth Rogen. This is the end. And more Seth Rogen. Night Before. And more Seth Rogen and James Franco in this. And another one. And I think another one up there. Yeah, James Franco seems to be in all but one of the movies. And the 3 that he's in is Pineapple Express, This Is the End, and Sausage Party. So I was happy to get all of these together in an in-house, you know, casing like this. So, I mean, we're on 2 different discs. First disc, A, Sausage Party and The Night Before, and Pineapple Express, and This Is the End. 4 movies, 2 discs. There's a look at the back and their poster art when they come out. So it's Sausage Party. This is the end. The Night Before and Pineapple Express. So happy to have that. So at least I know I have Pineapple Express. Love the cover on that one. And next up, I got Pocket Listing. Stars James Jurdy, Jessica Clarke, Rob Lowe, and Burt Reynolds, or the late great Burt Reynolds, I should say. In LA, a hot property is a killer deal. So I don't know if this is about house squatting, you know, I don't know. It's rated R from Momentum Pictures and Orion Pictures, 92 minutes. 2014 on this title. Double crossers, adultery, murder, mistaken identity, and revenge ensue when a mysterious power player and his sultry wife hire a disgraced LA property broker to discreetly market and sell their Malibu villa. Who can you trust? I don't know. That doesn't really scream I mean, it's something about real estate, but I would have went with a little bit better synopsis for that. Rob Lowe playing a bit of a hippie here on the cover. Doesn't even really look like him too good, but it's him. And you can't go wrong with Burt Reynolds being in it. He's probably got like a small cameo, because I'm assuming this is like right before he had passed away. Because I've never heard of this one. Maybe somebody out there has. It does have a pretty cool cover, but doesn't really scream all that interesting either. It's got a movie called here, Off Piste or Pissed. Henry Dothwaite, Lara Lemon, Yvonne O'Grady, and Stephen Don. Some mistakes will haunt you forever. There's a cover. An ex-SAS recluse living in the mountains of France to escape a traumatic past is hunted down by those whose lives he has destroyed. So, really, this guy sounds like he deserves his upcomings from, because it says he escaped a traumatic past and he's hunted down by who lives in lives he has destroyed. So, he's a bit of a bad guy from the sounds of this. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. 91 minutes, 5.1 Dolby Digital. It's from Cinedigm and ITN Distributing. Kite Films, Casa Films production. Yeah, like I said, it's off piste or off piste or pissed. I don't know how you say it. That's what it looks like to me. Maybe, one of you guys out there know how it's pronounced. I don't know, but pretty interesting cover here nonetheless. And then I got Invisible Sue. She's so tough. She's the toughest girl you'll never see. This is a Kids Viva. 2018, 95 minutes. It's about a teenage girl who craves for her mother's affection more than anything in the world. Her mother, a world-renowned scientist, prioritizes her work over her daughter. When Sue goes to her mother's lab in order to surprise her on her birthday, she accidentally gets exposed to a secret chemical that her mother has been developing and gets the power of invisibility. So it's much like in the vein of Spider-Man, more or less, because she shows up at a lab, and his case, he is bitten by a toxic spider that give him the power of the abilities of a spider, whereas this girl has the power to be invisible. So that's pretty interesting. What did I say the length was? 95 minutes on this one. Once again, you can tell it's a Kids Viva or from Kids or Viva because of the back, the still shots of the movie. The way they do it, it seems like they use the same design, just different pictures with all the back. Not a big whoop, but getting to be a bit repetitive at this point. And then next up, I got a DC Lego, DC Superheroes, Super Villain High. 78 minutes. 2018, according to the back here. From Warner Brothers, has special features, Crazed and Confused, Need for Speed, Showdown, Trading Places, Wonder Waitress, and Bodybuilding. Let's see. Starring the voice talents of Romy Dames, and Enos. Man, I don't know how somebody would have that name. Anais Fairweather, I guess. I have no idea. I've never heard of that person or actor. Gray Griffin and Ashlyn Selleck, or Salish. I don't know. Man, some weird names I've never seen before. No knock on their name, but if it were me, I would get a different name. Some of the names are like out there. But there's Super Villain High from Lego DC, or DC Lego, however you want to say it. And then I got DC Universe, another one here, Batman Under the Red Hood. This includes exclusive short Jonah Hex. And this too is a 2-disc special edition on this one. So if you can find this one, you get 2 discs in this one. It's PG-13, 75 minutes. I'm trying to find a year. I'm not seeing the year. Got the year hidden pretty good in this one. Yeah, it has a lot of special features I'm not going to go through. But like I said, with the Jonah Hex exclusive on this, it's an all new animated short. The toughest nail bounty hunter, Jonah Hex, always gets his man unless someone else gets to him first. In this case, a murderous madam who wants to steal more than just her bounty from Jonah Hex, based on a story from the award-winning Jonah Hex comic series. So, right down there at the bottom, it has Jonah Hex thrown in on let's see. I'm not sure which disc it's thrown in on. I'm assuming maybe disc 2. Doesn't really say. Yeah, I'm not really sure on that, which disc it. But it is on one of them. You might have to look in the menu for in the features and stuff. That's Batman Under the Red Hood 2-disc special edition. Actually, I got four Blu-ray here, not 3. And then finally, for the DVDs, I got a movie starring David Oyelowo, Charlize Theron, Joel Edgerton, and Amanda Seyfried. I think that's how you can say it. I'm not good with her name. I always mispronounce that. It's called Gringo. When you're in bed with the cartel, everyone gets screwed. Not the tagline I would have used, but says it's a dark comedy mixed with white-knuckle action, explores the battle of survival for businessman Harold Soyinka when he finds himself crossing the line from a law-abiding citizen to wanted criminal. 111 minutes on this one, 16:9, 5.1 Dolby Digital, and that's Gringo. I'm sorry about the length, but I had to get my contest announced and naming off these movies and kind of giving you a little bit of detail on each. This is a Blu-ray plus DVD combo here. Survival, Honor, and Sacrifice Special Forces. Comes complete with a slip. Making of featurette, deleted scenes, real-life special forces. Let's see. A body count that rivals any of the Rambo films, which I doubt that. 109 minutes. Really, it was really about how Rambo killed people more than the body count. It was just like he was really clever with his kills. I don't think this movie will even be remotely on the Rambo films level of cleverness. 2010, rated R. Studio Canal as well. Entertainment One and Easy Company present Diane Krager, Djimon Hounsou, Benoit Magimel, Dennis Anoche, and Rafael Personas. Man, there's some wicked names on there as well. I hope I did them justice. 16:9 or 2:35:1, and it's Special Forces. There's a look at the back. Like I said, that comes with a slip. Just 3 more here, guys, and then this video will be wrapped up for another day. This says it was a movie was actually $22 when it was in stores. It's the Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. And it does slip out. I'm not going to read what that's about. It's pretty self-explanatory. It is Twilight. If at this point, if you don't know what Twilight is, you must be living under a rock, because 115 minutes on this Killjoy. I don't know, after the first one or two, it got to be, just got to be a chore to sit through them, because there's way too much lubby-dub stuff in these, and I don't know. Vampires that are gold, and I don't know, the series fell downhill for me as it went on. Although a lot of people bash that kind of rib they did on people in the theater with it not really all happening. I actually like that. I thought it actually took it in a more violent path. I kind of like that, and I know a lot of people bashed it, and I'm like, that was actually clever for once in this series. I thought it was a good swerve, if you will. But as far as the series as a whole, I can't say as I'll ever pop in one of these and watch it again anytime soon. I don't know. It's just, I find Robert Pattinson kind of a very boring actor. I don't know. I'm all right with, what's his name? Taylor Lautner. I'm all right with him. It's just something about Robert Pattinson. I don't know. There's something about him. I don't like him. He's just boring. Just really boring actor in my eyes. Next up, Blu-ray plus DVD combo. John Travolta and Robert De Niro. Killing Season. Face to Face. Know Your Enemy. Oh, I wouldn't have put that for a tagline. Myself. Seems kind of confusing a little bit. 90 minutes. 5.1 Dolby Digital. 2013. The making of Killing Season. Cast, crew, and interviews. Says it's a VVS Films along with New Image. And this was digitally mastered, so should look really good on your Blu-ray player. There's the Killing Season. I'm pretty darn sure that I've gotten this already, but it doesn't hurt to get it again to be on the safe side. And then finally, movie that fell under the radar from Eli Roth, at least in my eyes it did. From the creator of Hostel and Cabin Fever, like I said, Eli Roth's Aftershock. The only thing more terrifying than Mother Nature is human nature. I agree with that. A lot of bad human nature going on out there right now with everything. Not just COVID, but people have been very miserable this holiday season and caring about themselves. And my wife works in a deli, and she says she gets called names daily just for telling people to stand behind the lines. And so she gave up telling them what to do because she was getting reported for doing her job, more or less. Just ridiculous. Us as a society need to show a little bit more respect to our essential workers, our frontliners. We need to be very, very respectful. We're lucky a lot of these people just don't walk off the job and say to hell with it, and you get behind the counter and serve yourself. It's ridiculous how prioritized we think we are. Like our interests are the only thing that matter, and this is why the COVID's not going away. In other words, selfishness and not caring about our fellow man, that kind of thing. Saw a lot of that at the store. People walk in front of people and not distancing, and I'm not trying to rant, but this movie brings me to that subject because more or less sounds about like a falling society, and it says it's 89 minutes in a horror title here. English and French 5.1 Dolby Digital. And True HD, it says, and it's from another VVS. I noticed VVS Films is a attached on a lot of the backs of the movies here. This comes with a slip too, so I was pretty happy to get that. But I think this was a French-Canadian release. So this came, you know, came from a shipment from Canada, I'm assuming. But don't care, you know, I don't have it. And, well, I mean, I might have it in another one, but I don't know if I have it with a slip. And if I do, I guess I got 2 of them, and I'll have it to trade in future, you know, trading chances or whatever. And that's Eli's Aftershock. And that wraps up what I got this morning. But like I'd like to reiterate, you got to stay subscribed to qualify for my contest that I'm going to be setting up, because if you unsubscribe and I don't see your name on the rolls anymore and you enter, that will disqualify you as well, because that's my whole point of doing this, because you guys have been so gracious to get me to 180. I'd hate to backtrack and have it go below 180 and still give away prizes. It's the whole goal of running a channel is to try and, you know, get viewership and stuff, and plus give away things, you know, to spread the wealth with physical media and stuff. At least that's what my goal is in the channel. It's my love for the physical media and to keep it alive. And if you're not staying, you know, fully on board, it's kind of telling me you're not really fully on board with physical media and you're happy with 100% streaming. And I don't know, streaming to me, it was over the weekend. I had problems with it buffering, and I think it was because a bunch of kids were home from school and a lot of the internet's being sucked away from stuff that's not even important, you know. And I don't know, I just sometimes wish there were bandwidth caps on some people's houses, because some, you know, you'll get 5 kids in one house that have like cell phones, you know, and they're talking to their own brother and sister on a cell phone just because they're too lazy to go upstairs and talk to them. See, I called my son over the holiday, and I physically talked to him on the phone, because to me, there's nothing like actually hearing, you know, a loved one's voice. A text, you don't get that. You could be talking to anybody. You might not even be talking to your son or daughter or whoever you're talking to. You might be talking to your son's girlfriend for all you know what I mean? And I don't like hearing if there's hurt or concern in his voice. I like to hear that. I don't know. To me, I like texting when it's like a necessity. But I don't go out of my way to text everybody. I'd rather just pick up the phone. Like, I physically talk to my mom quite a few hours a lot of times, and I don't want to do that in a text. That's just, I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm old school, but I'd rather be old school than be obsessed with, you know, my head and my phone all the time. But I'm rambling at this point, but I just want to get some of that stuff addressed. But this was more or less about my last haul in this volume series I've been doing, mixed with my contest that I might, I don't know if you can physically put anything on YouTube, but remember, this is the video you need to pay attention to for the contest, and I'll be putting something like pinning it up in the comments below about the 50s, or about the, not 50, but picking a number between 1 and 70, and if the 2 closest numbers are drawn, if you even happen to land on it, great, that's even greater, you know. I mean, not that I'm going to give you anything extra or anything, but that'd be, you know, pretty cool if you landed right on the number. But anyway, if I leave that in the comments, just, you want to leave a number in there, I'll look to see what you wrote down for a number, and you can write it right down in the comments, or when you're talking, say, oh yeah, I picked this number, by the way, Gary, for your contest, and I'll log it into a notebook so there's no discrepancy. If, say, YouTube's acting up and it screws up and I can't see it, you know, because sometimes it will delete posts for some reason on my channel. I don't know if that's happening to everybody, but I'm losing posts that people put down. Like, I tried to respond to, I can't remember, he said Merry Christmas, and I went to try and look for his comment, and it was saying I it wasn't there, and I wasn't blowing him off. He's a good friend. Um, I don't know. I tried saying Merry Christmas to him, but if I didn't ever get around to doing that and looking it up again, Merry Christmas. A little late on that now, but more like coming New Year and Happy New Year when it does get here, which is in a mere few days. But I should be back in a couple of days with a really big haul of Dollar Tree trades, or more or less purchases that I instead of trading, I got Dollar Tree trades. But the big box is right over there. As you can see, the flaps are up on it, right there by the dog carrier. That's the whole box. I think I'm just gonna peel out one box. Not gonna tell what they're about. Just one after another. Just keep bringing them out and putting them back in their box. And before I go, I wanted to show you what I picked up for Christmas this year. Phase 3, part 1 and part 2. This has Black Panther, Avengers, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, and Spider-Man Far From Home. This one here. This one has Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Thor Ragnarok. Let's better look at the back there, and I'll show you the back on the other one. Oh, it's not the back. I thought I had the back shown. There's the back of that one. That's what it comes with. It comes with hero art as well, like of each hero. Comes in that little folder over there, that yellow looking folder like thing. I am not probably going to take these apart anytime soon, just because they're collector's items. But that concludes this video, and I'd like to thank you for watching another one of my, well, the last of my video haul for this Dollar Tree phase. I mean, I got some movies coming from Vic Stooge on Instagram. You can find him on there. He's a really cool guy. He apparently does trades. He's done trades with Peppermint Tribe. And several other people. So, I mean, he's very trustworthy. I think he's from Pennsylvania, maybe. I think that's what he said. But really good people around that will trade with you. You just got to find the right ones and be careful, because there was a guy that was going around asking for movies, and it turned out he was just trying to rip people off. So be careful if you ever do a trade. Kind of check around to see, you know, people have worked with them before on trading, because I'd hate for you to send a bunch of money to somebody and then not get nothing, or you send a bunch of money and, you know, they keep your money and maybe you send them movies too, you know, or whatever, and I'd hate for all that to happen. But just be careful. It's a time of year where people are trying, you know, it's hard to make ends meet. People stealing packages off people's porches, that kind of thing. Just got to be careful. Have a good day, and I'll see you in a couple of days, guys. See you later. Bye.